would you do if I died, Dad? Would you cry?
I don't think I'd ever stop.
Based on a novel by Daniel Clay, Broken tells the story of an 11-year-old girl named Skunk whose life changes after witnessing a violent attack in North London. Tim Roth plays Skunk's father in the movie, and Ten asked him if he found it easier to connect to his role being a dad himself.
There's definitely elements of it from my relationship with my kids. One kid in particular, actually. But I've never had a daughter, so I don't know that world. So that was a sort of that for me, that was quite eventful and quite interesting to try and get inside the sort of the muscle of the relationship between a father and a daughter. It must be very, very strange to me. You want me to stay with you till you fall asleep?
That's okay.
And when you first read Marco Rowe's script, did you ever imagine that this movie, the final product, was going to be as emotional as it turned out to be?
I did. I actually, when you read it, it's one of those ones that is actually a beautiful read. You know, it's a very good. What you hope when you read a script like that is that you hope that it's going to be intact when it arrives on the screen.
Now, there's a lot of outstanding and brilliant up-and-coming talent in this movie, in particular Louise Lauren. What was it like working with her? She's absolutely incredible.
Well, just, you know, they're very rare. There's only a few of them about, really, that I've come across that have the ability, that they have a natural instinct for the game of acting. And it's not what I like about what's interesting about Ellie is that she figured out how to do it. It's not that we stuck a camera on her and it was just, oh, isn't she great? It's all very natural. It's a very cleverly and thoughtfully put together performance.
I know things have been tough for you since Barbara passed away, you know, for you and for the girls. I wanted you to know that, you know, if ever you wanted to talk.
You worked with our very own Killian Murphy on this movie. Is he as professional as we...
Why did you do that? The Irish do that. Killian. I was like, it's like ownership rights. I told him about that last night. It is. Killian. I love that.
But is our Killian as professional as we think he is in real life, or is he a big messer underneath it all?
He's very, very, he's a hard-working and dedicated fella. You know, unfortunately he's ugly, which is a problem for him, I think, in life. No, he is. I'll tell you what's interesting about Killian, which I had not suspected. I never even thought about it, not just in relation to him, but in relation to anybody. Is because he's a serious stage actor, but I have incredible stage fright, awful, and filming doesn't. It has no fear. It holds nothing, no fear for me at all. It's just where I live. He's the absolute opposite. He's a polar opposite. He's really nervous about film. I really like that. I actually admire that. Every film is a battle, which I think is very useful. Probably.
Are you in love?
Mike and I, of course.
Then why aren't you married yet?
Red's the colour when you're dead. If you find me gone, I'm just...
Mike!
It's Mr. Kiernan in school.
Well, in that case, you can call me Miss Cunningham.
Of course, while you were over here, you received a Lifetime Achievement Award. Did you ever think 30 years ago, when you were just starting off in your career, that you're going to be so successful?
Yes. No, carry on. No, you don't really think about things in those terms. You do fantasize about success. I think everyone does, right, in some form or another. I did fantasize about being an actor when I was a kid. I thought it would be a great thing to be. It's bizarre, so that you cannot possibly imagine that you would end up in this kind of place.
And we know you're only here for another couple of hours, but do you have any plans to travel and see Dublin?
I've been here once before, but I need to do a bit of serious island time, I think.
Definitely, you're going to have to come back
soon. I'm looking for a film over here in a nice time of year, something like that. I'm very comfortable. Mostly if I can sit down, that would be great.
Why don't any bad things happen?
Good things happen.
Like what?
Skunk, it's Dad. Whatever you want, I'll give you.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna look for her.
She could die!
Dad.
You understand me?
Someday she's just gonna blow us all away. You're my girl.